Hello, friends. Welcome back. It is a new year, 2025. Oh my goodness, that seems like some kind of futuristic date that just boggles my mind. Anyway, I'm probably showing my age just because I have that perspective. But that's okay. That's absolutely okay. And David is here saying Happy New Year to everybody. So, guys, tell me, did you have any, reflections on the previous year, or did you think about things that you wanted to focus on or change? Not necessarily a resolution, but just some kind of guided changes and paths that you wanted to venture down. Anyway, let me know what they are. I would love to hear all about them. I'm always looking for inspiration. Now, this year, I am hoping to do a lot on the channel. I want to get back to filming more often, and I want to get back to regularly doing my Sunday lives. And we still have some uphill things to contend with. We're still going to have to move again at least one more time. And so, of course, that's going to be an issue. Every time we move or change location, I just get completely unfocused. I can't find my things. It doesn't matter how well I pack them, I still can't find them. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so we're still going to have that to contend with, but I think after that, we're going to have smooth sailing, and I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of projects that I want to work on this year, and you need to let me know if any of the things that I mentioned, if you want them to be more of the recorded things or more of the live things. And both of them have their pluses and minuses. With the recorded stuff, you get to see things a lot more in depth, and it's a lot slower. Even though I, speed everything up, it's still a lot slower. Whereas on the lives, we've got the fellowship, but then I'm kind of limited in what I get to show you. So it's both are good, but I think that for certain projects, different ones work better for different ones. So, but tonight, before I start talking about those different projects, tonight I want to talk about the new project that I'm going to be working on. And I think that this is going to be most of the time a live project, but there may be some behind the scenes aspects of it. And it is a Southern album quilt. I know that a lot of you have probably heard of Baltimore albums. Well, this is a Southern album, and it was designed and created by people in this area. My mom purchased this kit many, many moons ago, and she has gifted it to me. So now I have this monumental task of creating this work of art. And I do think it's going to be a work of art, but I do also think that it's going to be a lot. Every piece is going to have regular piecing and applique. And I'm not exactly the greatest at applique. I mean, I think I do okay. I guess I just don't feel confident with it. Okay, let's see. Oh, Cupcake Master is here. She said, can't wait to see what you create this year. Well, welcome in, Cupcake Master. I can't wait to see what I create this year either, truth be told. But I think if I had a bunch of cupcakes, I think I'd get a lot more accomplished. That sounds so yummy. And Sweet Hubby's making jokes. He said the only reflection that he's had this year was with a mirror. Too funny. Okay, so this book is great. It has beautiful drawings in it. I'm just going to show you little bits here. And you can actually still get this book. I've seen it on Amazon, so it's still possible to get it there. But it has beautiful illustrations. Here, let me see if I can get that a little bit closer. Isn't that gorgeous? And it has, oh, I've got bookmarks too. It has stories. It has recipes. This is part of what the quilt is going to look like. It has all sorts of little tutorials, and there's just so much. So much. I have not bothered to read the whole thing yet because I want to take it one little step at a time. But I have a feeling that I could spend an entire weekend browsing through this. There's even like extra little projects that you can do that would help. Anyway, there's so much here. So I can't wait to decipher that and figure out exactly what order I'm doing things in and all the things. So many, many, many things. Now, I do have one little problem though. Oh, before I go into the problem, let's see who else is in the chat. Okay. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa McClure. I'm glad you stopped by. And Aisha is here. Nice to see you. And everybody's saying hello to everybody else. I love that. Thank you so much. The problem that I have with this is it came with all the fabric, but not all of the fabric is labeled. So I don't know what goes with what block, applique, part, everything. For the most part. Now, I do know that there were a few things. This is the background. It's a beautiful off-white tone on tone. And then this is for the border and the binding, which at first I thought I didn't have the fabric for the binding labeled, but it was just because I was looking at it where it just says the narrow border. Okay, so that's good. And then we've got setting triangles. And this says the frame fabric, which I believe goes with the center part of the sampler of the album. And this is for the large border. Is that just not so romantic and old-fashioned? I just love that. And then we've got 3 different pieces to be used for backgrounds. So that part is great. And I'm glad that I have all of that labeled for me. This is the problem part, though. This amazing stack of fabrics. I don't know what goes where. So maybe you guys can help me figure that out a little bit tonight, because I feel kind of overwhelmed. So I'm going to wait until a few more people are here, because I'm going to need as much help as possible. And in the meantime, I'm going to also talk about some of the projects I want to do. And if you don't know Nancy, Little Treasures by Nancy, she makes the most adorable little notepads and notebooks and journals. So keep that in mind in case you need one. Oh, David's sweet. He says that I've got an outstanding eye and then I'll pull it off. I hope so. I do. Okay, so obviously we want to work on the Southern album. And guys, my carpal tunnel's acting up, so my writing is dreadful. Don't even try to read it. It's so bad. And eventually I want to go find the fabrics for the Underground Railroad so that we can start putting that together. Got to do that. And there's still the ostrich challenge to work on. And Gentry's cabin quilt. And I was just thinking up another one, and now I've forgotten what it was. Guys, if you remember, help me fill in the blanks. Oh, the timeless quilt. And I have access to supplies to make 5 charity quilts, but I would like to try to make 10 this year, if at all possible. So 10 charity quilts. And yes, David, your postage stamp quilt. The SSDIY. Gentry, are you thinking of any?
Not that I can think of.
Because you would know.
Yeah.
Because he helps me keep things organized, so he would definitely know. Okay, if any of you think of one.
Charlie Brown.
Well, no, the Charlie Brown's one of the. Or are you thinking about the Charlie Brown for you? The charity one or the one for you?
Charity.
The charity, yeah. That one's listed in the 10 charity quilts that I want to do. I know there are some others, but I don't know what they are. Can't think of them right now. So you guys are just going to have to remember for me, or I'll just have to wake up at about 3:30 in the morning. And David says our son's dog doesn't need a quilt. Gentry's dog's name is Charity. So that's why he's saying that. And he says, so that's all you're hoping to do this year, slacker. Well, you know. There are a lot more that I want to do. And there are some that I want to, that I have the tops done that I really want to finish. And so that's like a whole nother list of things. And now I'm thinking of about 100 different ones. So we're just going to focus on this for right now. But let me know which of these, if there's one that's specific that you want to see as a live or as just a regularly recorded video. Let me know and I'll write that down. Okay. Now it's time for some of the hard parts. Now at the back, they gave us a picture of the quilt. Let me take these pieces out. Okay. And you can see it is just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can really enjoy it. So I get it closer. I think I'm going to go in order because otherwise I don't know what I would choose. Friendship Star with Friendly Berries. Okay. Let's see if I can get this in the screen. Come on. There we go. That's what that block is supposed to look like. And let me see if I can find it on here. Well, the blocks are on point, so okay. It's that one. That one right there at the bottom. Okay. Guys, I'm really nervous about this. I don't want to accidentally choose the wrong fabrics and get it wrong. Okay. Ooh, this particular block comes with a sour cream blueberry coffee cake. Yum. That sounds good.
You don't like it?
I don't like sour cream, but when you put it in a baked thing like that, it doesn't really taste overly tangy. Okay, now I'm confused. Guys, I pointed out the wrong block. Apparently it's this one. Similar, but okay. Friendly berries, it says. I need to have a background. I'm already terribly intimidated. Background number 1. Okay, well, I've got that one. Background number 1. And then I need to have dark, medium, accent, dark, medium. Now it looks like there's green and purple, maybe pink. Let's see. Can't tell if it's purple or light purple. But there's definitely a darker green and a lighter green. And I'm guessing a red for the berries. What do you guys think? Is that supposed to be a red for the berries?
That's what I think.
Okay. Well, let's see what we've got in the way of purples and greens, pinks and reds. I think that's a good way to start. Get rid of some of the other stuff. Oh, I love purples and greens together. Now the applique for the berries is going to be pretty small. I mean, it's just like a fingerprint. So we might be better off using this tiny little print. Even though I prefer these, but I don't think that they would look as pretty. Okay. It looks like I might need 3 different greens, 4 different greens. According to this, but B1 has the background and a very light green. Well, this is the lightest green I have, so that would go with the background. And then there are 2 similar greens and a green in the middle. I'm going to go back to the picture, guys. Who wants to come figure this out for me? Let's see. David says it looks like a mosaic tile. he's being sweet to me. Pam says, howdy do. She got home from her little Miss's birthday party and she's listening to it rain. They grow up so fast, don't they, Pam? Okay. We're just going to think. D looks like a pink as well. That's pretty. That might make a nice center. Guys, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to choose. I need somebody to come here and hold my hand. No, David, you don't need to. I can hear him coming. He's so sweet. Okay. Now, this confuses me because right here in this picture, that is not a berry color. And those two leaves do not look different. And those two are clearly purple. So I guess what it's saying is that I just get to do whatever I feel like doing. That's trouble. That is trouble. Let's see. Let's look at the original picture. That looks totally different in the sketch than it does in what they actually did. And then here's another picture of what they did too. Of course, this is a really bad image. They're running out of toner. But that's totally different. Okay. All right. Who thinks I need to just do what I want to do? Lisa says she's confused also. I know. Okay, I'm just going to do what I want to do. That's it. So, obviously, I'm going to need, and the greens are, we've got a yellowy green and a dark green in these. I think I want to pick two similar to each other for the leaves. This is a little yellowy. It makes me think that the leaves are dying. Okay, so these are our options for the leaves, for the applique. We can have A and B, or we can have B and C, and I still think I'm going to use the red for the berry, just because even though they're talking about blueberries, they're talking about blueberries, guys, I might want to pick a blue. I might want to pick a blue. Okay. We have two things to vote on. We need everybody to participate. Do we want red berries or blueberries? And do we want A and B or B and C? Hi, Nancy. Are you shopping? And Pam said, yes, they do grow up so fast. She swears that she was just planning her daddy's birthday parties. I know. And Lisa says she thinks that that's what I should do, just do my own thing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to wait for a minute while you guys help me choose what I'm going to do for the berry applique. And just a reminder, it's kind of going to look like that. So we're going to have a lighter and a darker and the berry. But again, they've got red here, but they've got purple elsewhere, and they're talking about blueberry recipes. So I say anything goes. So A and B, or B and C, and blue or red. Gentry, don't forget to vote.
Okay.
David, do you need to turn up your brightness? David Wayne, you do not get to vote yes. That is not a proper vote.
I like the blue.
Okay. You like the blueberry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have...
Lisa wants you to take the red out.
Okay. Took the red out for a minute. Red, blue. Blue has one vote. David, what are you thinking about? And Gentry, do you want A and B or B and C for the greens? Okay, the red would be better, Lisa says. Okay, so we've got one blue and one red. Miss Pam, I need you to vote. Miss Nancy, I need you to vote. Mom, if you're watching, send me a Facebook message. No, David, you have to choose. Okay, David, you start with the greens.
I like the middle one.
No, sweetie. On the applique, there are 2 leaves.
Okay.
See? Can you see that? 2 different leaves. And so it would be A and B, or B, A and B, or B and C.
2 on the right.
Okay, so you want B and C.
Mm-hmm. I like B and C as well.
Okay. And David, do you like blue or red with the B and C?
I think the red, it gets more pop against the green.
Okay, so that's 2 for the red. Pam says red. Aisha says blue. Nancy says the screen is too small to see. That's fair. Because you're on your phone, aren't you, Nancy? But so far, let's see. I still need a couple more votes for either A and B or B and C. Yeah, Nancy's on her phone. She's out shopping. She had to go get a tool, but if she can get back she'll come and join us. And Pam says B and C. Okay, well, I think we've got the answer for the leaves on that. Okay. So it's going to be, the leaves are going to be on this particular background piece. And there's still a little bit of uncertainty about the berries. Oh, and Lisa said B and C. So yeah, it's a given. It's going to be the B and C. Okay. So that part is decided. Okay. Give a couple more minutes because I know that there's the delay. And then there is the quarter square triangles, which are rules. So for that, we need to have dark, a medium, an accent, and the background. Okay. Oh, this is stunning. I love that dark. And it looks like that's supposed to be a shade of green as well. But I don't like this one. Not really. But I'll consider it. What I don't use in this is going to go in the middle part, so it's fine. So we're going to have the background for the top part. And we're going to have a purple, which I fell in love with this one. So that decision was made easy. Then maybe this pink or this one, doesn't matter which. But I do like that this pink has a little bit of red, which I think kind of ties that in. So I think we're going to stick with that one so that I'm not driving myself completely crazy. And then it's a matter of choosing the green. And we have two options for that. Let's see. We have this one and we have that one. So we'll say light and medium on the greens. Guys, I want to thank you so much for helping me out with this. I was becoming overwhelmed. But you guys are helping me break it down. And it's going to turn out just great. I know it will. So we just need to know if we want light or medium. I'll do the light for just a second. Which, looking at the screen, I do like how there's a difference between these two. Whereas with this one, there's less of a contrast. Yeah, Lisa's saying light. That's what I was thinking too. Let's see if we can get a few more lights. And then we can decide. Now, has anybody ever made a sour cream blueberry? Was it a cake? Yeah, a coffee cake. I knew it was something. A sour cream blueberry coffee cake. I've never had it, but it sounds amazing. Let's see what's in it while you guys are looking. There's butter. Yum. Sugar. Yum. Eggs. Okay. Sour cream. Vanilla. Ooh, grated lemon rind. Yum. Flour, baking powder, salt, fresh or frozen blueberries. Ooh, chopped pecans for good measure. More sugar, cinnamon, powdered sugar, and milk. Oh boy. Oh, Lisa says, yes, it is very moist. That sounds heavenly. Oh my goodness. Okay, as we're waiting for more answers on the light or the medium, I'm going to go ahead and put up today's question. Tri-bond question, that is. There you go. It is The Notebook, The Big Chill, and Shag the Movie. Pam says light too. And nobody cheat. Don't look these up. Just see if you know it. Pam's going to be in lurk mode for a while. Okay, fine. I have to make the decisions without you. Ugh, honest. Just kidding. You have fun. What are movies I've never seen? I like that answer, Pam. That's a good one.
She's never seen The Big Chill?
I guess not. I have seen all of those movies, and I enjoyed all of them. Absolutely. That's really funny. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and go with the light. But now comes the final part for the middle, which this is the only green that's left, and it's supposed to be different than the other greens in the block. So there we go. And let's see. It looks like we can choose a pink, which actually that pink is not bad with that. It's not. That's not a bad choice. I can live with that right off the bat. What do you guys think? Do we think that's okay together? For the center part, it's mostly this. It's a square and a square is what it is. I think that'll do just fine. I think it will. Let's see if I can kind of imagine here a little bit about what this is going to look like. Just a wee bit. We're going to have to get very imaginative. Very. Okay, we're going to have that there. Tucked in. This one tucked in. We're going to have to imagine that this is quarter square triangles. And then we've got some little flowers and red berries. And then this in the middle. Okay, guys, what do we think? Okay. Lisa said it looks good to her. Nancy says she read the book, The Notebook. Haven't seen any of the movies. And Lisa says that she doesn't like any of them. And Nancy says, what are books turned into movies? I like all those answers. Nancy, how's the shopping coming? Or have you gotten to go yet? David says that he has a thought, but he's going to wait. And then he thought at first glance that the third one was a biography of Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal. Let's get this put together before I forget what's what. Now, they talk in this pattern about doing a tracing applique. Have you ever, like a tracing applique sheet thing? I don't know. I mean, I've done applique before, but I've never done what they're suggesting. Oh my, somebody's got fireworks going outside. Huge guess. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. My dog is grumbling. That's all she does now because she lost her hearing, and so she doesn't bark. She just grumbles. And I don't know if she's grumbling because she's happy or because she's annoyed, but she does both. So who knows? Now, do you guys want to watch me? I probably won't do it tonight. But do you want to watch me do the machine piecing for this block on a live? Or do you want to watch me do the applique part on a live? Or both on a live? Or would you just rather come back and see it done? It's all fine with me. Just let me know. My husband's so silly. He says it's all fine with him. Put the sweater on because I was cold, but now that I've got the sweater on, I'm hot. Does anybody else have this problem? I'm hot, I'm cold. I'm hot, I'm cold. Now they're talking about how to do a Southern journal. Can't share all that because that would not be nice. Ooh. Guys, the next block that we get to do is the pomegranate. I'm not going to lie, that does not look easy. All of this is applique. Oh, fun. Okay. Whew. All right. That's a thing. I'm only extremely intimidated. What? Oh, the tracing paper overlay. That's what they were talking about. And I've never used a tracing paper overlay. Hello, Miss Carrie. Thanks for coming in. Good to have you here. We are talking about the new year and projects and this new, very overwhelming project that I'm starting, a Southern album. I'm truly intimidated. But I'm just going to take it one little thing at a time. You guys are going to help me. It's going to be fine. It's going to be just fine, I think. Oh, there's a saying in here that I don't know where I first heard it, but it's been kind of important to me for a while. It says, bloom where you are planted. And I just think that that means a lot. You never know where life is going to lead you. And just thrive. Thrive wherever you're at. David. Wow. Carrie says that she recognizes two of them as movies. David says, Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Kimberly biting off more than she can chew. You're not wrong. That's not nice, but you're not wrong. Thank you, Faye. She's grumbling. Carrie says that she will help in the cheering section for that project. She's not interested in applique. Well, applique is not my favorite. It really isn't. But this quilt is something stunning, and I think it is totally appropriate considering that we have recently relocated to the South. So it seems like an appropriate project and an appropriate time to do it. Oh, wait, I just remembered another one of those projects, guys. The temperature quilt. I knew that there were some I didn't think of. This list is getting longer and longer. Oh, and I also want to have a time on Sundays for UFOs. Gentry guessed that they are all filmed in South Carolina. And David says, as I was saying. There you go, honey. I definitely need to have at least one Sunday a month dedicated to UFOs. And that might be when I'm working on quilting some stuff. But I have to wait until we move into a new place because there is not enough space right here for me to properly quilt any of my larger quilts without knocking over cameras and lights and all of that. But that is going to be, it has to be a priority this year. You know what I'm not going to be doing this year? A Bible mystery quilt. Yay! I've done 2 of them and I loved them and they were amazing, but I need a break from that. So we're not going to do that. And Lisa also said filmed in South Carolina. Okay. Hello, Maritza. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping by. But it just seems appropriate. So now, if I only do 1 block a month, it's still going to take more than a year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I lost count, guys. 4, 8, 12, 14. There's 14 blocks plus the center one, which is a lot larger, not to mention putting it all together. So we're looking at least a year and a half to get this top finished, amongst all the other things. But I think that's okay. I mean, I took it slowly for the Underground Railroad quilt, and I managed to get all of those blocks done. And I would continue working on it, and will continue working on it as soon as I get the right fabrics. So, okay, so this is going to be a long project. And David is another vote for set and or filmed in South Carolina. Well, David, honey, that's 2 votes. Is it set or filmed?
Yes.
Well, well, you said and or.
Yes.
You can't. No, you. You have to be more decisive, baby. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the whole and or is moot.
Could be. I have no idea.
David says it's kind of sad, though, that the Bible mystery quilts have been some of my absolute best work, short of our kids. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, Darcia. Welcome in. You missed helping us choose fabrics for a new project, an overwhelming project. But this right here, it's called a Southern Album. And we picked out fabrics for the first block. But you can look at it on the replay and tell me if you think that we made the wrong choices. And we're also going over some of the quilts that I hope to work on this year. And I kind of need to have an idea of which ones you guys would like to see for Sunday nights and which ones you would like to see just filmed and recorded and, you know, just put up whenever. So just feel free to let me know. And you don't have to let me know now. If you don't remember what some of the projects are, you can ask, or you can go back through the videos. It doesn't matter. You can always put the stuff in the comments later, or send me a message through Facebook. It doesn't matter. Whatever works best for you. But so far, the things that I want to accomplish this year during my YouTube time is a Southern Album, which is this quilt, the Underground Railroad, the Ostrich Challenge, Gentry's Cabin Quilt, the Timeless Quilt, 10 different charity quilts, David's SSDIY postage stamp quilt, the Temperature Quilt, and I want to spend at least some Sundays, preferably one a month, on UFOs. That's what I would like to do. And I can't remember if there's any other quilts that I need to give attention to right away. I do have a very long list. So Darcia, whenever you get a moment, let me know your thoughts. And again, I do need to spend time quilting some of these that I've got the tops all done. But as I said before, I cannot do that on Sunday nights until after we move, because there's just no room. And David wants to know, did I also include sleeping, eating, or potty breaks in that to-do list? No. I did not.
Better block out that time before you get a little carried away.
Darcia said the Underground Railroad, which reminds me, I just got something special the other day. Honey, can you give it? Where did it go? It was just right there.
Don't know.
Okay, well, he's going to find it. It just, oh, it's right there, babe. Right there. Right there. See where I'm pointing? Follow my finger. There we go. I just got something the other day from one of the local shops, and I'm really excited about it, and I haven't even taken time to look for it. And Nancy said, no time for that, David. Guys, look what I got. The Civil War Diary quilt. It made me think of my Underground Railroad quilt. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. There's so many different blocks and stories and pictures and historical aspects and all sorts of amazing things in here. Like Susie King Taylor. I don't know who that is, but I want to know. Anyway, I'm amazed at this. And whoever had the book before left all sorts of little pieces of paper in it and stuff like that. But I just can't wait to really just dive into this. So I'm excited. I can't wait. All sorts of beautiful things. I might have to make some of these blocks in miniature form to use as cornerstones in my, I know I'm adding stuff to my overly complicated quilt schedule, but wouldn't it be great if some of these were like stuck inside like the little cornerstones on the Underground Railroad quilt? Just saying. Just saying. Yay. Anyway, there is a local store, and we found it there, and one of the employees, Kathy, if you're watching, hi. Thanks for helping me find this. Yay. So excited. So, can't wait for that. But yes, the Underground Railroad quilt. Now, Darcia, do you want me to do that one on a live or just like on regular recorded videos? And then she said, whichever one is easy for you and comfortable. Well, that's interesting. You know, one time I was doing something on a quilt and I was asking my son Gentry, should I do this one, which is going to be faster and simpler, or should I do this one? It's a lot more complicated. And he goes, when do you ever do the easy thing? David just wrote, Kimberly doesn't do easy. I want to do what I like. And usually what I like is more complicated. It's just the way it is. Not always, but often. So don't worry about whatever's easy. I want to do that, guys. That really is pretty. That beautiful bookmark that came with it. That is so pretty. Anyway. So yeah, don't worry about that. Just if you have any preferences, let me know. Darcia says no stress. She says, okay, then go for it. Thank you, Darcia. I appreciate that. But I am looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to my Sundays with you guys. I'm looking forward to getting stuff done and accomplished. And guys, I don't know if you saw it or not. I made my very first short this past week. And it's a different thing to do than the videos that I normally do. Because it's a different program and the whole thing is different. So I was really nervous about doing it. I had to like work up the courage and ask Nancy and Pam for guidance, but I did my first short. It's up there. And so now maybe I can do more shorts to show results. And Carrie said, I seem to be able to do complicated things more easily than simple ones. LOL. I am working on a log cabin quilt tonight, and I keep sewing the pieces in the wrong order. I've done that. I have absolutely done that. You just start, yeah. No, I've been there. I think we've all been there when it comes to log cabin quilts. And if you're doing it like in a chain, then you end up doing all of them wrong. Please tell me that that is not the case. That would be horrible. I hope that that's not it. Okay, let's see what the answer is. They are all movies set in South Carolina, which was perfectly appropriate considering this Southern album quilt was designed by people here in South Carolina. Now, where they filmed it, that I don't know. It could have been anywhere. It could have been Canada for all I know. But
Austin is.
could have been Canada, could have been Georgia, could have been North, who knows. But the movies themselves were set in South Carolina. So that was it. Okay, now Nancy said that she was dancing. Nancy, why did you say that you were dancing? Carrie said, exactly. I just pulled apart a chain of 6. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Oh, duh. That was another thing. It was actually something I was thinking about doing tonight. And then I decided to go ahead and get started on this. I want to have some Sundays that are nothing but chain piecing Sundays, where it is just nothing but conversation and just pushing pieces through the machine for a ton of projects. I haven't done it in a while, and it's something I absolutely love to do. And I think it would be really good to do, especially as I'm doing some of the charity quilts and catching up on some of these other projects, just feeding everything through the machine. And I can get Mr. Pajama Quilter or the baby boy to, as I'm feeding them and ironing them, they can relay them out, put them back together so I can feed them back through the machine. That would be so good. Oh, Nancy said, I wrote dancing and it auto-corrected to dining. Okay, but what were you dancing about? I want to know why she was dancing. And now I feel like dancing. I'm not going to cut these up right now, though. You will see them next time. David says, more and more, I'm seeing less and less chance for hubby time this coming year. So I guess I'll see you in January 2020. Says the man who just got a new job.
Point.
Well, I think I just made my point. You're going to be working. I'm going to be working. That's the way it goes. We'll have plenty of quality time. And actually, I want to do that one date thing. You guys are going to have to tell me if you've heard of this and if you've tried it or if you know somebody, because I'm curious to know if it's any good. But here they have some kind of, I mean, you pay for it, but I think it's like an online, like an app-led situation where it takes you to various places in the different towns on like a couple's date, and I think you get like points for going to different places or for doing different activities. And some of them, I think they focus on the different love languages is what I think it's about. Oh, Darcia said, wait, you said you're moving. Well, yes and no. We have been in transit now for months. So my husband's just gotten a job that he absolutely wanted to have, a nice job. And because of that, now we know the area that we want to settle down in. So eventually we're going to be moving to a place closer to his job is what we're going to do. we didn't bother finding a place currently because we didn't know where his job was going to end up being. And already he is just the commute, the back and forth. It is, I don't even want to talk about it. I'll get moody. I'll just get so moody about it. We're not going to be moody. We're going to be positive. But yeah, the commute is excessive with the job that he currently has. And anyway, not a great situation. Now he's going to have a better situation. So then we're going to finally get a real place and get settled down. And once that happens, I'll be able to function a lot better. Okay. Oh, I see. Nancy said that I missed her earlier comment that she's working on the dancing panda. Got it. I love the dancing panda. That is so, so cute. I would like it even if it wasn't dancing. It is precious.
I was getting excited about the idea of the dining panda.
Are you like craving Panda Express or something, honey?
I didn't say that. That's not.
You just want to watch a panda dining.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they're so darn cute.
They are so cute. A panda doing pretty much anything is cute. I love watching them play in the snow. I do miss the snow. I miss the snow a lot. And I see where everybody's getting all of this snow everywhere and nothing. Nada. So, anyway, that's what I meant by moving. So we will be moving at some point. I'm hoping that we find somewhere that we like by Easter and to get settled by Easter. But I have no idea if that's going to happen. So yeah, changes are upcoming this year. Carrie says she's going to send me some of hers. Please do. I'm serious. I miss the snow so much. We miss the snow. We miss the cold. I mean, the food here is pretty good in the South, as you know, it typically is. But, we so miss the weather of the North. Absolutely. Well, guys, I think I'm going to keep it short tonight. I mainly wanted to wish you all a Happy New Year, to check in with each of you, to get some ideas on how to get this started. I'm feeling a little bit more confident now, thanks to you helping me pick out my fabrics for this first block. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see how it starts to come together. And, you know, sometimes you just need the help of a friend to say, okay, well, here you go. I'm here. Let's make a decision. Sometimes that's all you need. And you guys definitely helped me with that significantly. And I definitely am going to be here next Sunday, and I will either be working on this again or I will be doing chain piecing, just pumping out a bunch of stuff because there's a lot that I need to get sewing on, and that way I can just do it all at one time, just get it done. And I think I might do that. If you have a preference though, let me know, write in the comments. Oh, Darcy wants some too. I know, Darcy. It's hot down here. Okay. So thank you guys so much for hanging with me tonight. I know it's a little short, but that's okay. We don't always have to go forever. But we might go extra long next week, depending on what I'm working on. I hope that's going to be okay. And in the meantime, I definitely hope that you guys are cozy in your jammies, and I will see you next Sunday. Have a great week.